All right, y'all, I'm back. This is Rodney, and I'm back. Girl, I just saw that Kanye said we need to talk in person. You don't have say so on of where the kids go to school. Why you get to say because you half white? Girl, Kanye gonna have y'all. Kanye getting y'all riled up. Kanye, you decided to have these. Girl, let me shut up. Kanye done went and had these biracial kids. You was happy, girl, and when he get on, he leave you for a white girl. Girl, you was happy when you had when Kim was your muse. You was happy when she was spitting out these children, right? Oh, girl, when, whoever was spitting them out, girl. The what is it called? The what is it called? What is it called? The surrogate. That when the surrogate was spitting out these children. You didn't care about her being half white then. Now her half white is a problem. Kanye, shut up. I don't care. T.I. reacts to online requests that he advised his son King after recent arrest. Says can't nobody stop it but him. T.I. asks the public to stop bringing his son's recent arrest to his attention. He says he's already spoken to King and told him the path he's going down will land him in prison. T.I. said he also loves his son and knows he's a good kid in his core, but he's leading his own life and there's not much he can do. I'm going to say something. And I know a lot of y'all going to be like, well, Rodney, you ain't got no kids. You know, that's some of y'all favorite line. I ain't got to have no kids. I was a kid. I experienced it firsthand. No, I have not experienced parenthood, nor do I want to. Okay? Like I told somebody online, I ain't got to be no crackhead to tell you not to do crack. So why I got to be a parent in order to look from the outside in and say, maybe this is probably what you want to do. I get that, especially when we turn 18. I remember, because I stayed with my grandmother my last 2 years of high school. And I remember my grandmother came to me before I turned 18. And I remember her telling me, you about to turn 18. Don't start acting like you grown. I went through the same thing with your mom and your aunts. For some reason, when y'all turn 18, y'all start acting like y'all start thinking y'all grown. And I was like, okay. And girl, I did exactly what she said I was gonna do. Started thinking I was grown. And I'm sure I did the same thing she did when she was 18. Started thinking she was grown, okay? All I'm saying is this. I said, I know the king ain't that old, because the other day I think he was 17. So I said, well, let me Google and see how old he is just to make sure. It said that King turned 18 on August the 25th. August the 25th was just a few days ago. I think that T.I. failed his son. The simple fact that T.I. has already put in his head that there's nothing he can do about his teenage. Yes, legally he is an adult. Girl, like I said, he's just a legal teenager. That's it. Brain ain't even fully developed yet. T.I. has already given up on his 18, just turned 18 a few hours ago, year-old son. That means that you gave up on him a long time ago. That is so sad. That is sad. And I think that one thing that runs rampant through the black community is when your child turns 18, some of you feel as though at that point you are no longer responsible for them. Legally, yeah. But to just think that because your child is a legal teenager, that means that they no longer need or deserve any type of guidance or direction is just whack in itself. I think y'all need to get out of that thinking that just because your child is 18, what can I do now? You don't stop being a father to your son just because your son just hit 18 a few days ago. You acting like King is a 30-year-old man. He's still a child, a legal child, but still a child. Is my microphone on? It is. And I see that a lot. And I'm not talking about no white people because I'm not a part of the white community. I'm part of the black community. I see that a lot with black people. As soon, you know how many comments, well, he telling the truth? No, he's not telling the truth. That's just an easy escape out of being a parent. That's all that is. That's just an easy route for you not to have to be someone who gives direction to your child. You're so busy walking around here checking Deja's hymen, you should have been raising your son. What's the point, like I say, what's the point of having a father in the house if, girl, he gonna turn out to be just like you? You're so busy trying to worry about if Deja over her fucking, you're high-fiving King for fucking when you should have been raising him. Yeah. You got one child who was having thoughts of suicide. You got this one who out here talking about they was gonna pistol whip somebody. Now he got a mug shot as a teenager. The only one we got hope in is what's Major. The other one I think is a little rapper. I don't think he bothered nobody. Not from what I know. It's a mess. I'm sorry. And then no other way you can slice it or dice it. We can talk about King all day long, but King is a product of his environment. Which is sad because you would think that with King growing up and having access to the things that, girl, some of us didn't grow up and have access to, girl, he would have turned out differently. Or it is not even turned out differently, girl, he would be going down a different path. But girl, when your daddy is T.I. and the only thing he worried about is having threesomes and having orgies with his wife, then girl, how much attention can your kids really get? That's the problem. You was out here too busy trying to have threesomes and fuck everybody in Atlanta, honey. You forgot about raising your kids. I feel bad for King a little bit. Can you imagine being an 18-year-old and girl, your daddy getting online saying, look, I done already did what I can do. And I told him, and he ain't gonna listen, and he ain't gonna learn till he end up in prison. I went down that path, and it is what it is. I mean, he's a good kid to his core, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Can you imagine being an 18-year-old legal child, and girl, you log online, and this is what your dad is saying? T.I. is whack to me. I'm sorry. He gonna forever be whack. Child. A mess. And also, it's like, y'all be so quick to want to relinquish all parental rights, all parental direction, guidance, anything that has to do with a parent. As soon as your child turns 18, y'all be ready to just throw them out to the wolves. And you know what's even crazier? It's just the other day when King was 17 years old and was down to the Waffle House in Atlanta, Georgia, threatening to pistol whoop somebody. Y'all don't remember that? I know y'all remember. Y'all don't remember when King Harris, who was 17 years old at the time, was down to the local Waffle House in Atlanta, Georgia, threatening to go back later that night or another day and pistol whip somebody. You know what T.I.'s response to his 17-year-old child was, who had just threatened to pistol whip someone at Waffle House? He got online and joked about it and downplayed the situation. and made it seem as though people are just jealous of King. And why would you go back and forth with a short order cook? Why would you go back and forth with a short order cook? Now fast forward to he's 18, and again he just turned 18 from what the Google say. King just turned 18 on August the 25th, which was what, a week ago? Because today's September the 2nd. So now your son is 18. Now you're online talking about how he's pretty much grown and he gonna learn how to pretty much learn the hard way. And you did all you could do. Yeah. You let him down the wrong path. That's what having a man in the house does. At least for King. Because daddy in the house and all, 2-parent household and all. Look how his son turned out. But again, are we really surprised? T.I. again was just the other day co-signing King's fucked up behavior online. He was. And so it baffles me when I see so many people in the comment section, just because you have kids, oh, well, no, he's not telling the truth. That's just an easy way. That's just an easy route for y'all to be okay with being ain't shit parents or half-ass parents. I really want y'all to get out of that mindset that just because your child turns 18, at that point, they no longer need any type of guidance, any type of direction. Like, why is T.I. acting like his son is a 30-year-old man? This boy is just turned 18. Ain't got no experience under his belt. So because he turned 18, it's kind of like, well, I did what I could do. I done. I ain't got no more say-so in it. Let him he gonna do what he want to do. No, he gonna do what he want to do because your ass been sitting there co-signing the fuck shit for the longest probably. Because you just did it the other day. Again, when he threatened to pistol whip somebody. Y'all too sorry for me. y'all parents who out here co-signing and agreeing with that shit, it's making me question you as a parent also. Sorry. And let me say something because, I don't want to leave this out. And I know I didn't say it. I don't think I said it. I completely understand. And it is not hard for me to grasp that being a parent is very, very difficult, okay? And it's probably one of the hardest jobs that a lot of you will probably ever have in your life. You are responsible for how we turn out, right? And then if you are a woman, we're just gonna call a thing a thing. If you're a woman, the responsibility really falls on your shoulders. Because have y'all ever noticed that anytime a child kind of falls to the wayside or a girl, he or she are cutting up, girl, the first thing they say is, girl, where is the mama at? You don't ever hear them say, girl, where is the daddy? Kinda, we almost know that girl is probably, okay, let me shut up. So I get that being a parent is very, very difficult. And I get that a lot of you, I'm just going to go out on a limb and just hope and say that most of you do the best that you can do when it comes to raising your children. And I know that a lot of you don't want your sons to grow up to be ain't shit niggas, and you don't want your daughters growing up to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying, girl? Like, you want your children to be the best that they can be. But we have to be honest. In this situation with T.I. and his son, King, It's not like the situation where the only thing that you can do is when you are a parent is try and make sure that before your child goes off into the world, and when I say goes off into the world, I'm talking about goes off to school. Because the thing is, whenever we go off to school, we probably spend more time with our classmates than we probably do with our parents, especially if your parents are working or your parent is working. I talked about this the other day. When you really break it down, like once your child especially gets into like middle school, high school, and they start to have a social life and they start to participate in certain activities, whether it's cheerleading, band, basketball, football, softball. And if you are a single parent or if you are even a two-parent household and you have to work, you may only get to see your kids a couple of hours out of the day before you have to pretty much lay it down and hit the restart button for the next day. If you're off, right, on the weekend, you may be able to spend some time with your kids then, right? So I get it, it's hard. And when we go off to school, at that point, the only thing you can do is really pray that you have instilled in your children not to succumb to pressures from other kids and that they are the best person that they can be, right? But back to T.I. and King. Your daddy was just down to the Instagram the other day co-signing fucked up behavior. He was all right when King was talking about pistol whipping somebody. He was okay with it. He came down to the gram and made jokes about it. Like I said earlier, why are you going back and forth with a short order cook? That's your response to your 17-year-old son saying that he was going to pistol whip somebody? That was your response. King is turning out exactly how T.I. set it up for him. A future thug. With a mug shot at 18 years old. I can't even too much blame that on King. Because look who his daddy is. Look at the path that has been set up for King. This is the thing, right? And I see people saying this online. And I'm about to shake the table a little bit. And I don't want to upset any of you. But I have to say this. I get that in life, we are going to do what we want to do. I'm a grown man. And I'm going to do what I want to do. You're a grown woman. You're going to do what you want to do. Or you're a grown man and you're going to do what you want to do. I think that when I see people online and you use the line, well, there's only so much that you can do because King is at a point where he's going to do what he wants to do. I think that is a lazy way of you getting out of accepting any responsibility for the way that your child has grown up. I get that once your child starts to become a member of society, once your child, goes to school, your child is gone 8-10 hours out of the day. You don't know what's going on, and all you can do is hope for the best. But hopefully, up until that moment where they are now, in school, after school activities, you've tried to instill in your child the things that they need in order to make sure that they don't turn out with the mugshot at 18 years old. However, when you have a father, again, and I'm going to keep repeating this, when you have a father who gets online and makes jokes and makes light of a situation when you were threatening to pistol whip someone at the Waffle House when you were 17 years old, Are we really surprised? Can we really be surprised that now your son has a mugshot at 18 years old? And now it's, oh, well, T.I. is right, he's grown. Well, clearly he's been grown. It's lazy. It's a way to not take or accept any accountability for the way that your son is probably going to turn out. Because he's young. He has some time to turn it around. That's the thing, like y'all are acting like King Harris is a 40-year-old man and it's just too late. He's 18, y'all, damn. He's a legal teenager at best. T.I., your son is the way that he is because of you. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You're the father. You're the man of the house. You're the one who's supposed to what? You know, a man only can teach a man how to be a man. Right? That's what y'all say. Y'all say a man can only teach a man how to be a man. Exhibit A. It's lazy. It's an excuse. Some of you use that to get out of the fact that your child is a terrorist. You use the fact that, oh, well, he's grown now. Well, he wasn't grown at 17. He wasn't grown at 16. He wasn't grown at 13. He wasn't grown at 9. He wasn't grown at 5, when you should have been trying to instill the things that you needed to instill in them. Because guess what? If your son or daughter turns out to be the next Barack Obama or the next girl Michelle Obama or the next Beyonce, right? Then at that point, it's, I raised that. I raised that. That's me. That's mine. But when your son turn out to be an inmate at 18 years old, then it's, oh, he's grown. Now it's, I can't do nothing about it. When your daughter turns out to be a whore, a crackhead whore, then it's, girl, she just hung out with the wrong crowd. If you're going to accept the good, you're going to accept the bad. If you're going to take responsibility, if your son or daughter turns out to be the next greatest thing, then girl, you're going to accept the responsibility when they turn out to be ain't shit niggas or whores and crackhead whores. Baby, Kanye gonna work Kim out. Kanye really mad because Kim don't want his ass no more. That's really what it comes down to me. It ain't got nothing to do with them kids. Girl, quality. My kid won't be going to no Donda school either. Girl, some shit you done made up? No, absolutely not. You go. Poor Britney. Britney Spears responds to son Jaden breaking silence on missing her wedding. It deeply saddens me to know his outcry of saying I wasn't up to his expectations of a mother. That is so sad. Damn. This is what she had to say. I've tried my best at being the best person I can be. To be basically held hostage in homes under nurses and bullshit. I hope my kids one day understand my reasoning of my play in water, revealing myself as any woman would be held under blankets and supervision until the conservatorship. Finally, at 40, without the restraints of what my family did to me, I say to my son Jaden that I send all the love in the world to you every day for the rest of my life. My love for my children has no boundaries, and it deeply saddens me to know his outcry of saying I wasn't up to his expectations of a mother. And maybe one day we can meet face to face and talk about this openly. Maybe, dear child, you can explain to me why our family would do that to anyone. I helped your father, who hasn't had a job in 15 years. I assume it is easier for you guys not to have someone check on you to make sure you're doing your homework. I'm sure the standards of your dad smoking weed every day benefits your daily life at 15 and 16 to partake in a very cool generation. I completely understand your need to live with your father as I had to play the perfect role for 15 years for absolutely nothing. I'm so happy I was able to carry 4 tours, Judge, X Factor, and way more. I did that for you. And Preston, I'm aware of your gift. I know you're a teacher in my life, and dear child, I'm a teacher for you as well. It's horrible to see your dad be a hypocrite and say the media is horrible, yet he has you talking about personal matters to them. If you could pause for a second, remember where you came from. I hope you can look in the mirror and remember you are my child and will always be. Since Preston didn't speak, I send my love. I would love nothing more than to see you two face to face. Keep playing your gift in the piano. You and your brother both are brilliant, and I'm so proud to call you both mine. As for my mental health, my dear child, understand you must learn to pick up a book and read one before you resort to even thinking about my intellect, sweetheart. Get him, Brittany! Tell your father to go and try at least mow the lawn. Psst. If you can honestly sit back and say with your sensible, brilliant mind that Mima and Pawpaw did to me was fine and call them not bad people, then yes, I have failed you as a mother. And hopefully that's a chat for you and your father will sit down face to face and try to learn what's good. You know, I'm with Brittany. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm with Brittany just for the simple fact that, girl, like, we have to take it, like, Kanye out here causing all types of hell. Sorry. And I know that these are two people who are both, you know, Kanye said he ain't got no, I don't know, girl, we know Kanye ain't raptor. I think if Britney was out here doing the same thing, then, girl, we might have to have a discussion. Can I understand that Britney getting on the internet, girl, naked, twisting and twirling, how that can be embarrassing for the kids? Yeah, I can see that. That's your mama online, girl, twisting and twirling, girl, right? But I really think that Kevin is the root of the problem. I think that money about to stop. I think that Kevin is making a situation that's probably already worse, even worse-er, okay? He's making the situation worse than what it is. I feel bad for Britney. I feel bad for Britney. I think one day the kids, once they get older, because sometimes you know how once you get older you start to realize and see things for what they really are. Maybe once the kids get older and they don't have their father, you know, in their ear, right? Then maybe they can sit back and probably get answers to the many questions that they have. And I think that they will eventually see that Britney did the best she could do under the circumstances. And this lady was used and abused for the longest. So shout out to Britney Spears, y'all. Ooh, girl. We got to talk about Tiffany and Aries. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, girl. Somebody said the babies fall off got to be studied. How do you go from one of the hottest rappers in 2019 to selling less than 500 tickets to your show? Ooh, girl, honey. Let me tell you something. That fall, baby. When I tell you, when you hit it, when you hit that ground, baby, it's a splat. Okay, honey. Cam Newton's ex-girlfriend claims he hasn't followed their temporary agreement to cover her utility bills amounting to over $20K amid custody battle. Oop, it looked like Cam Newton's ex-girlfriend and mother of his 4 children, Kaya Proctor, wants him to make good on his word. According to Radar Online, Kaya has headed to court and accused him of failing to pay the utility bills for their home where she raises their 4 children. Kaya has asked a judge to find him in contempt of court. In the recent filing, Kaya claims the former NFL baller hasn't produced all records in their custody case and failed to pay utilities for her home as he agreed to in their temporary agreement. Kaya is cashing out $14,268 monthly in support and covers various bills. Reports show from September 2020 to July 2022, she incurred $5,500 in cable expenses and $6,600. Girl, I'm not clicking on that. Oh, girl, they get on my nerve with this. Girl, let me click on this, girl, because they get on my nerve. Because I need to finish. Because I gotta see what they saying. Where's she at? What is that at? Girl, I just saw them. Hold on. Girl, I just saw them. Girl, y'all don't even have. Why y'all don't even have y'all stuff in order? Girl, I can't even find. I can't even finish reading the post, girl. Basically, she got a lot of bills. That's what it comes down to. She got a lot of bills. That's what it comes down to. Girl, you done sat over there and had all them kids by that man, and now he only wants. Girl, now he pretty much got y'all almost 1 month away from sitting in the dark. I wonder how it feels for that girl, Jazzy. What's her name, Jazzy? How does it feel for you to be over there getting your booty hole busted open for a man who barely even taking care of his kids? Girl, pretty much got that lady over there struggling to keep the lights on. You over there getting your whole booty hole busted open, girl, from a man. First of all, you don't even like it, girl. That's one, okay. Two, girl, he over there, girl. You over there sleeping with him, girl, taking care of him, and girl, he can't even do the bare minimum, girl, which is hold up to his agreement to his end of the bargain to the agreement that they had in place, honey. Girl, they got 4 kids together. I think she got more than that because I think she had one outside of him too. Camden, how you be getting your black ass online talking about girl what a woman should be and this why you ain't got no man and this and girl you Camden, girl, these niggas be whack. That's what I be telling y'all, and y'all wonder why I say the shit that I say. Hasn't followed their temporary agreement to cover her utility bills. And you know your kids, and you know for a fact that that woman has your kids the majority of the time. You know that. And the simple fact that you can't even make sure that the bill that girl the shit that they need to be paid is paid. 1 minute y'all fussing about the kids not needing that much in child support. I wonder what y'all gonna say now about the utilities being paid. 5,500 in cable expenses from September 2020 to July 2022, and that lady probably over there struggling. I mean, this is what happens when y'all sit here and have these kids by these niggas, honey. Anyways, does she get child support? Because I remember she was trying to get some money at once upon a time. I mean, I hope she was, especially with 4 kids. I remember her trying to get child support at one time. I remember him, I think, questioning the paternity of those kids. I remember it being a mess. I don't know. Can I say something? Can I say something? Jasmine, again, this is for you. This is for a lot of y'all. How do you lie down with a man? How does yolk get wet? Does it even get wet? Knowing that you are involved with a man, Jasmine, and the other ones that are just like Jasmine, and there's a possibility that, girl, the mother of his 4 kids, who is the primary caretaker of those 4 kids, they may not have no life. Or, girl, she's having a problem. She's struggling making sure that she keeps the bills up to date. Or there's a problem with her even paying the bills. She may not even be behind, but she might be close to it. Like, how do you lay beside a man like that, knowing that he has his 4, and on top of that, you know what makes matters worse? Is that, girl, he's a million, like a multi-millionaire. So you're not going to sit here and convince me and tell me that he ain't got it. I hope, girl, this is why y'all, all of that IOU, all that let's shake on it, let's agree to it, that's some of y'all problems. Now I'm about to get into her ass, Kaya. Kaya, that you part of the problem too, because you really thought that, girl, you was going to shake on it. You really thought you was going to shake on it. And this man was going to hold up his end of the bargain. You ain't learned nothing from the other girl 75 trillion baby mamas that came before you? You ain't learned nothing? Oh, y'all be thinking, that's what the diva be saying. That's what the diva be saying. Girl, y'all think that y'all experience gonna be different. Nope. You're having the same experience that the other one's having. While Cam didn't have no kids prior to you, you didn't catch on by the third or the fourth one. Oh, wait. It's just a disappointment. Some of y'all just don't care. I remember it was this girl. I'm going to go ahead and just say it. It was this girl I used to work with. She was a young girl, a child. She had got involved with a guy. She was Hispanic. You know, I used to think I was a daddy's up there. Girl. So they would come to me, tell me their problems. Girl, I yell at them, cuss them out, tell them they need to do this, they need to do that. They don't listen. Y'all hard-headed, okay? She meet this guy. She tells me out of her own mouth that the guy did not take care of his daughter when she first met him. And, I mean, she still continued to date the guy. And then she finally told him one day, like, you're wrong for not taking care of your daughter. She gets pregnant. And then on top of that, not only was he not taking care of his daughter, she already having baby mama drama. Now, mind you, from what I understand, she ain't even got nothing to do with, matter of fact, I know she ain't got nothing to do with the baby mama and the boy, because she came in the picture. I think the little girl was like 2 or 3 at the time. Now, he could have possibly still been messing around with the baby mama, right? Having sex with the baby mama. We know how this goes. This ain't nothing new under the sun. So, I don't know, right? But I don't think that she had anything to do to the point where, girl, there should be an issue. There probably just was an issue. I'm just go ahead and say it because, girl, you the new girl. You the new girl, and I don't like you just because. Right? Because quiet as it's kept, it's not her fault that he not taking care of the child. You just know now that he got a new girlfriend. Oh, I know how they bumped into each other. I just remember. Girl, that was at the club. That was at the club. They was all at the club one night. That's exactly. I forgot. That's what she told me. I was thinking, how did she even bump in? How did she even knew that she was in the picture? They bumped into the club. I mean, they ran into each other at the club. They ran into each other at the little Mexican club, and I think the girl started going off about him not taking care of his child, but was at the club. That's what I think happened. Yes. So anyway, child, she get pregnant. She tell me, y'all already know what I said, but it's up to you at the end of the day. That's up to you, sweetie. You have to live with whatever you gonna choose at the end of the day. She gonna take care of her business. I think I even asked her, did she need some money? Do you need me to go with you, girl? Because she said no, she got it. Honey, she came back to work the next day. She told him that she was pregnant. He shouldn't have told him. Of course, he tells her that he wants to keep the baby. Now he want to keep the baby. He don't even take care of his other daughter, but he want to keep this baby. She didn't keep the baby. She get pregnant again. Now this time, this is when the whole ban went into effect when they telling y'all what y'all can and cannot do with y'all bodies, women. She was gonna go to Louisiana because I don't think Louisiana had it hadn't went into effect yet. She changed her mind. Keep the baby. This is a true story. I don't know what's going on. I was so disappointed because I'm like, girl, you literally, like you had the dining experience and you saw the review. Honey, you even bumped into a customer. You bumped into a previous customer, aka his baby mama. You already knew he wasn't taking care of his child. You already knew that he wasn't seeing his child the way that he should. You had to tell him that he needs to step up to the plate. And you turn around and you about to have a baby by this man? That's what I be talking about. I'm sure she done had the baby by now. That baby have to be at least, I'll say by now that baby should be at least 6 or 7 months old. So, I mean, girl, it is what it is. Girl, people gonna do what they want to do. I wanted to slide into her inbox so bad and cuss her ass out. What are you doing? Look, girl. Girl, what are you doing? Girl, you are 20. I think because they've been together for some years now. I think she just turned 21. Girl, this is a path that you're taking based off of the information that you know. And I know you left out some information when you told me because people never tell the full story. So based off the information that I know from what you told me, you probably have more information. This is still the road that you decided to go down? Anyways, all I'm trying to say is sometimes we know, we don't care. We think that, we're going to be treated differently, girl. Even when you start to see, girl, this is not going the way that I planned. Because Kaya should have known. Most women want to be married for whatever reason. That's what I think. So, girl, you mean to tell me, girl, you done pushed out 1, 2, 3, girl, and that by the time, because I think she got a set of twins. By the time the third pregnancy came around, girl, you hadn't figured out, girl, he ain't have no intentions of marrying you and making you an honest woman, girl. And you still stuck around, and now you over there begging for money to pay the bills. That's a hot ass mess, honey. What they say? What our grandmama used to say? A hard head make a soft ass. And on that note, I'm gone.